just told. Okay, ready? Carolyn.
That's awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
How was it?
Huh?
How was it? That was fun to do.
They're all going around here to climb. I'm going to head off this one. I'm going to beat crap. I didn't think they didn't get coached. No, we just played. From the leader up there for a while. Just got through the hour. Hey, Janet. How are you, Janet? Yeah.
She went. I don't know. Oh.
You're not half in the county. They got to go all the way down to Palymra.
It's pretty bad. Oh, we have to torch. Oh.
John, hey, try to rush them along a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Most of you are standing. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Salem High School Choir, under the direction of William Spencer Pierce, will now give us the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable John Hay.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to the Bicentennial Torch bearing here in Salem, Indiana. Again, my name is John Hay and we are here at a historical event for Washington County and for Salem herself. The torch was forged that you see here was forged in Purdue University. The torch will pass through all 92 counties in the state of Indiana. Salem herself celebrated her bicentennial 2 years ago in 2014. And again, my name is John Hay. I was born right here in Salem, Indiana, just a couple of blocks just east of here. My dad was Charles Hay. He was a physician here. And when I was about 3 years old, we moved to Warsaw, Illinois due to the cholera epidemic, and my father was not able to make ends meet any longer. While there, I went to live with my Uncle Milton, where he sent me to the best schools. I went to Brown University in Rhode Island. I studied liberal arts. I got back to Warsaw, Illinois, not sure what I wanted to do with my life. So my Uncle Milton took me in and let me read law in his office, which was adjacent to a young man by the name of Abraham Lincoln. He was very good at what he did, but he's different about this man. He had a sense of pride in himself and joy, which I found very, very wonderful. When I joined the Republican Party, I stayed with this gentleman and I wrote speeches for him. He was elected president, and when it was time for us to go to Washington, D.C., I had passed my bar just 2 weeks prior to leaving. I accompanied the family to Washington, D.C., where I was a private secretary. Myself and John Nicolai were there together. We shared a small bedroom there, and we worked up to 20 hours a day. Now, I was also a personal companion to the Lincoln family. After Lincoln was assassinated, I went on and did several diplomatic posts. I became an editor of a newspaper in New York. And then after that, I married a beautiful woman by the name of Clara Stone. We had several children together. And then I became Secretary of State under my good friend, McKinney. And I stayed on through President Roosevelt. I also had a hand in dealing a little ditch of America called the Panama Canal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to some wonderful people here from our own hometown. First, I'd like to introduce our wonderful mayor, Troy Mary.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the State Bicentennial Celebration. It's a great time. I'm honored to be able to be part of this and see this, and what a turnout we have for this. I mean, this is a great turnout. It shows the support of our community and our state. And I would like to read a proclamation from the city. It says, whereas in 1816, Indiana was admitted into the United States of America. Whereas Indiana's 2016 Bicentennial Celebration aims to honor the state's 200 years of history in a way that will engage all users. Whereas the Bicentennial Torch Relay will take many-mile journey through Indiana's counties, small and large, or big and small. Whereas on September 15th today, the torch has arrived in our county, Washington County, carried by many of our locals, who will symbolically pass the torch to other users as it passes through our state. Therefore, it is resolved that I, Troy Mary, Mayor of the City of Salem, do hereby proclaim September the 15th, 2016 as Indiana Bicentennial Day. Thank you all for coming, and have a wonderful day.
Now I'd like to introduce to you our Washington County Commissioner, Philip Marshall.
On behalf of the Washington County Commissioners, I, Philip Marshall, welcome everybody here. Thank you for the celebration. We look back at the ones that are here and look forward to going on with the ceremony. Thank you.
And now I have the honor of introducing you a former National Guard commander and a respected lawyer here in Washington County, Mr. John Meade.
thank you all for coming. I want to recognize Jeremy Elliott, Washington County historian, whose work and effort has made possible this celebration in the community today. Jeremy, would you hold that? Yes, sir. Let's give Jeremy a round of applause for his work and effort. And then outstanding job. We gather today to witness this truly historic event, the Bicentennial Torch Relay, the state's signature event of the Indiana Bicentennial celebration. Torch is a true marvel of Purdue engineering. It's symbolic torch. On behalf of my fellow friends, Washington County, I extend our gratitude and appreciation to the Torch Relay Committee for undertaking this momentous endeavor and allowing our inclusion here today. Let's give this group a round of applause. Now, while we take this time to recognize and celebrate our state's 200th birthday, I'd like to take the opportunity to encourage all Hoosiers to memorialize and honor and appreciate the 211-year history of the Indiana National Guard, in which the Salem unit has played a significant role. Men and women wearing a Guard uniform are representatives of the Indiana militia that was established in 1805. Their unit's motto, "Wide awake, was garnered from their participation in the Battle of Tippecanoe, and the city of Salem has housed a post here since the inception of Washington County in 1814. I am proud to have served as company commander of that unit, and my father led the unit into World War II in January of 1942. The unit has always served with distinction and has many streamers on its guidon. I walked the Bicentennial Torch to the Veterans Memorial because I want to recognize and share with those memorialized there the role they played and the sacrifice they made for the freedoms we enjoy today. The memorial recognizes those who served in the Revolutionary War that freed the country from the tyranny of Great Britain. From the War of 1812 forward, it acknowledges those who lost their lives in battle to protect our nation and preserve our freedoms. All of those recognized were citizens of Washington County. In fact, our territorial county elected delegates to the Constitutional Convention in Corydon in 1816. Four of those members were members of the Indiana militias. Joining delegate, Judge William Graham, was General John DePaul, the man who laid out the town of Salem and built the county's first courthouse, General Samuel Milroy, a war hero from the Battle of New Orleans, the founder of the town of Delphi in Carroll County, Indiana, and former Speaker of the Indiana House, General William Lowe, who would become a judge in Lawrence County, and Sergeant Robert McGuire from the Fredericksburg area and a veteran of the Battle of Tippecanoe. All of these men played significant roles in the proceedings that led to our statehood in today's celebration. So from serving in some capacity in every war and conflict fought by this country since the War of 1812, to protecting, serving, and assisting the great state of Indiana and its citizens since before it was born, this institution and its members of today and yesterday deserve our recognition. I'd like to have every current and former Guard member raise their hand that's here. In closing, I simply hope as we watch and celebrate the significance of the torch as it passes onto the square and eventually exits our county, that our community's celebratory atmosphere can be maintained throughout this bicentennial year, up to and including our official statehood day of December 11th. Also, that we collectively and continually extend the same sincere knowledge and appreciation for the 211-year history of the service members of the National Guard, who give their all for our safety and freedoms. Thank them always for their service. We all wish Indiana a very happy bicentennial and send our well wishes off with this torch for a safe journey across the state to the Capitol. Please join me in showing Washington County's appreciation for the Bicentennial Torch Relay, the 200th birthday of our beloved Hoosier State, and the invaluable and historic service of the Indiana National Guard with a big round of applause. Thank you. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the Christopher Harrison chapter of the AR will be hosting cookies and water in the basement of the courthouse. I understand cookies were donated by H&R Bakery. Go H&R. Yeah. John Hay.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first torch pass will be to Mr. Jackie Heron.
I'm out of here. Oh no.
My phone. I need something that goes.
It's not with
Solve
Flip the thing. It's all camera.
Or her lunch.
What did you say?
If they don't want to create unnecessary pressure on them, well, this thing's spinning around.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Read all yours.
Addison. You're gonna have to throw that drink down. Stop looking when they pass the full. Where are they gonna pass that? Right there.